The University Tower chimes bring in another session of Ask the Professor, the show on which you match wits with University of Detroit Mercy professors in an unrehearsed session of questions and answers. I'm your host, Matt Maggio. Let me introduce to you our panel for today. To my right, from the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, is Professor Danielle Maxwell.
Hello, happy Friday.
I recognize your voice, and I'm not even an AI.
No. You've only known me for 11 years now. I'd hope you recognize my voice.
11 years? That long?
That long. It's been a minute.
It's like a fifth of my life.
It's like a little less than half of mine.
Oh my God. It's the big one.
There'll be a point in my life where I'll have known you for half my life, and it'll go further and further and further.
That is
That's
right.
what therapy is for.
That is what therapy is for, exactly. Yes.
You sent the picture from when you were a student, and it was a past slide rule dinner dance for College of Engineering and Science, and I was like, dear God.
You look like a baby there.
I look like a baby. You look like
You were a baby.
fetus.
No, he had a goatee. I have
That
a photo.
was dirt.
Yeah, that's just old business, let me tell you.
The old soul patch as opposed to the full beard.
That's exactly right.
Got
That is
it.
exactly
A lot of
right.
photographic evidence of the soul patch.
You sent me some of those god-awful photos.
Yes.
You were there. You knew him.
What?
You knew me at that time.
Okay,
You
maybe
knew
I
me.
did. 18 years ago at least.
See? Can I be?
Professor Dave Chow is here.
Pleasure to be here, as always.
Do you have water pressure?
Yes, I do. Why?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, because I didn't this morning because there was a
yeah,
water
it's
main break at the end of my street.
Yep,
Kipling and Catalpa.
Same?
we're fine.
Oh, okay, you're okay.
We're fine. We have our own
We
independent
had
well.
very low
Yeah.
water pressure this morning, so our cats were very upset.
We're okay, although we did have a water main break that literally was
Last
only a
week.
few houses down last week, and we apparently never lost water pressure.
Never, our water was still same color as it was. So.
There's a lot of pictures on the Facebook group of people like, hey, show us what color your water
Yeah.
is. I'm like,
Oh,
such a weird
here,
thing.
I have a photo.
I can tell when
Of
they're
course.
doing work
You have
because
a
you'll
well.
get this kind of brown water coming through.
Right.
So,
You have
yes.
a well
funny.
close
No,
to
I
your
was-
No.
okay.
Artesian.
Artesian.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, right. He just puts a pipe in the ground and it just,
This is what it looked like this
We have
morning for some
Evian
people on my street.
Water in our toilet.
yes, exactly.
Isn't that a nice color?
Are, the dulcet tones of Professor Dan Maggio, who also lives in Berkeley,
Yes. Oh my God, the four of us live in
but
Berkeley.
had good
Beth.
water.
Beth needs to move.
Probably spit from where she's at.
Absolutely.
Well, let's not spit. We might need that water.
No
so.
spitting, but, we're good. We're good.
And by the way, you do know I'm blaming Mara for doing all this.
Oh,
Since she moved in the
100%.
area,
Yeah.
water main breaks all over the place.
Everything's
Yeah,
gone
definitely
straight
wasn't
to
me.
heck.
Not you.
Not me. It's
That
Mara.
would be a false cause fallacy.
That's okay. I'm good with it. So.
That is specious logic. By that logic, I could say, this phone keeps tigers away. I would like to buy your phone. Yes, exactly. So no tigers in your neighborhood, although we do have JV back on the Detroit Tigers. It's kind of a big deal.
I heard
From back in the day.
You couldn't miss it this morning on TV, yes?
There was some screaming in the chemistry department
There
when
may
the
or may not
news
have been.
broke.
I was in particular excited about possibly catching Kate Upton's eye again.
Well, there'll be one
His
more
wife.
Lamborghini in town.
I knew you were going to say that. I told my students that when we lived in the old house, you could hear his Lamborghini ripping down South Woodward from their apartment in Birmingham.
Is that where they
Because
live?
that was the day he was starting. And he goes to Taco Bell and he gets his special order. It's like superstition. And then he goes down to start pitching at Comerica Park.
Wild.
Yeah, that's right. It will happen again.
Survived at that. I'm sorry. I'm amazed that car survived.
Oh, seriously.
The roads
Seriously.
down-
Absolutely.
Well, Woodward's still okay.
That car rides about.
I know, 2 inches off the
Okay
ground.
is
inches off the
generous.
ground.
About 2 centimeters off the ground. Hilarious. Let's ask Professor Beth Oljar, Department of Philosophy, how her Lamborghini is doing right now.
Oh my God. The thought of getting in and out of one
Oh,
just gives me pain.
absolutely. I can't even get it out of my own car.
I thought my old Subaru was, well, comparatively speaking, it was low to the ground. I like my Crosstrek being
Yes.
higher.
Yes, you gotta
easier
climb.
to get in and out of.
Right? Exactly. Grab that cross, the oh Jesus handle, as they call it, and pull yourself in. That's like the way to go.
Exactly.
100%. No, that is a big deal. I think that there was all that dealio in the early, mid-2000s where there were all... SUVs are about the reptilian brain and, you've got to be high and riding. And I'm like, actually, I think it's because boomers have money now and they love to, nothing against you. You're not really a boomer. You're more of an Xer. And you got to climb in and they like climbing into cars. Like, it's a thing. You know what I mean? They want cars that you got to climb into.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I go from two extremes, though. You know, I go from the
Okay.
Windsor to the Honda. I'm
You
like,
have the boat.
I mean, I prefer the toilets that are higher rise, the standard. I mean, they're much
Completely understood.
more comfortable and much easier.
Absolutely.
If you have any joint problems or aches and pains, and
Yeah.
I have all of those constantly. So.
Well, folks, this is a program where you can send us questions regarding anything.
joints, urinals,
Joints,
eggs,
toilets, cars. If you stump the panel, you win a brand new edition of the ATP coffee mug and an autographed photograph of the props. I want to make sure I mention this. This is autographed photograph of the professors. Could be any other autographed photograph. Somebody.
That
If you don't
fake
stump the
Verlander.
panel, we'll send you the autographed photograph. You can send us the questions in a number of ways. Email us at atp@udmercy.edu. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, or listen on your favorite smart speaker by asking it to play Ask the Professor at University of Detroit Mercy. Okay, just a little update here, profs. Hi, Matt. Oh, that's me. On the ATP WordPress page, we received an ATP listener comment last Saturday. It requires a response from the professors.
Oh.
Mary Fortuna.
Oh,
wrote,
yes.
I know
"One of
Mary.
you-"
So do
Yes,
I.
Yes.
So do you. That's
Yes,
right.
Yes, we both do.
One of you mentioned the gentleman in your neighborhood who walks his rescue greyhounds.
Yes.
My nephew has rescued greyhounds for years and walks them in the Hazel Park area. I'm wondering if he could be the gentleman you're referring to. If so, he will be amused to know he's marginally famous.
No, different gentleman.
I think it is a different person.
Yes.
But that's awesome.
Yeah, that's my
Those
friend
people
Derek.
should meet up though and walk their
We
greyhounds
just made him
together.
marginally famous, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I used to work with Derek. He was an account executive over at Donor.
There you go.
Okay.
He's also the gentleman who lives one block north of us.
Right. Right.
So you just know everyone in Berkeley.
He does. He's
That's
the
why
mayor.
you're the mayor.
He's the mayor.
Oh, for the love of...
It says also the brown colored cheese that tastes a little of caramel is Yatost. An accent goes in there somewhere, which is a Norwegian cheese. Mary says, I'm formerly from the Detroit area, but relocated to Traverse City. Dave and Dan are my friends.
Aw. No, she puts up with us is what it is. She just barely puts up with us.
I think that's awesome. So every once in a while, someone does sort of a direct comment, and that makes it kind of fun. Okay. On the opposite side of fun. No. Dear professors, it's been several months since I sent in questions to your fine show. I was hoping to come up with a series of questions on a theme I thought would be interesting, but since I can't decide, I decided to dip into the infamous potpourri at the end of the pool, come up with a variety. That never seems to fail you. I hope my 20 questions are up to the task of being a good challenge. Thanks again, our very good friend and serial question sender, Laura Benson. That's very nice. Thanks for sending
Thank you,
these
Laura.
in.
Thank you.
Laura.
Some more.
It's nothing like a good variety set of questions.
Keeps us on our toes.
Be thankful you weren't here last week for the cheese ones, right?
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, was it 2 weeks ago?
Oh,
Time is
we've had
flying
how many
by.
of those?
Already,
Two
huh?
now? 2 sets.
Wow.
On the cheese?
I think next time we have a cheese set of questions, I want to invite the cheese lady from Westport.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have the
She
cheese
would-
I know. I wasn't
You know
here
she would
either.
come
That's
down.
why it was
She would
2
knock
weeks
it out
ago.
of the park. I love it. What
She'd
a
be
great
tickled
idea.
pink, I think.
I still
Actually,
need to
we
go to
should. I'm
Westbourne.
going to ask her the next time I see her.
Can
I
we
saw
do
her
a
the other day.
recording at Westbourne?
It'd be too...
It'd be very
What
easy to
aisle,
do
though?
too. We wait for spring or summer and do it.
We
like
do it on that outside the
porch.
front
Oh,
area. Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
All right, I'm sending an email after this show. Until then, how many buildings in New York City are large enough that they have their own zip code?
Ooh, quite a
That
few.
is a great
Their own zip code?
question.
The number's
So
greater
big.
than one?
Something like Empire State Building, the World Trade Center.
And so
all
many
those others.
thousands of people live and work there, right?
Wow.
That it has to
And
have
I
its
think about
own
apartment
zip
buildings
code.
too. So
I don't even know where to begin to guess.
Neither do I. And
50.
So, like,
5.
50.
I mean, we got 5. That's low.
I'd say, I was going to say 33.
I said 23. 23.
Just call Kendra.
I mean, I'm giving it to Dave, but you all are in the wheelhouse. 43. There are
Yeah.
43 buildings large enough that they have their own zip code. That's incredible. Absolutely.
Can you imagine
incredible.
delivering mail and you're like, I just have to go to this one building today? Just go to every
But
single
I,
one.
I,
You've got
but I have to
Makes it
open
like the
like
Vatican,
70,000
kind of.
mailboxes.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, this is a weird way of asking, but it sort of leads you there. Where would you find the movie, quote, Angels with Filthy Souls, unquote?
Blockbuster?
No.
No.
Where would you find it?
Where would you find the movie? And that's
Like
your hint.
Netflix?
No.
Like a streaming service?
It's not like in a streaming service.
Hell?
What was the name of that again? Angels with...
Angels with Filthy Souls. I mean, that's a really good guess.
You too?
Is that like an after-school kind of
No,
movie?
it's not like an after-school movie. No,
It's not a porn.
Is that a pornography?
it is. Two people got there at the same time.
Jeez. No pun intended.
No, you know what? It doesn't exist in the fact that it's not a full
Was it-
movie.
was
It's
it in a movie?
that was in a movie.
Movie in a
But
movie.
what movie was it? And I'm
Oh.
actually looking in a Gen Z kind of direction.
Oh
here.
God.
Dogma?
You know I don't watch movies.
Not Dogma, but that's a great guess.
Burn After
I
Reading?
appreciate that.
I don't know what that is.
This is in my top 5 of greatest movies of all time, but it's not Back to the Future.
Okay, I was gonna be
darn.
like, that's what it is.
Home Alone then.
It's Home Alone, yes. That's the movie that Kevin's watching on the video cassette. Which was fully
Trivia.
made up.
Where
Yes.
he captures all the sound bites.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
I thought that was a real movie this whole time.
Oh, jeez.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. That's all I have to say. Exactly.
But I thought that was actually from a real movie.
Made up 100% for the movie.
Oh, interesting.
Movie within a movie.
Dan and I went to the bad place at the same time. Not at all.
Together.
You did lead with hell.
There weren't a lot of choices, I guess.
That side of the table
It
is
was a
fine.
reasonable choice.
Where would you find the world's tallest grain elevator? 387 feet.
Manitoba.
World's tallest? Okay.
World's tallest. It is not in the Western Hemisphere.
Oh.
Like somewhere in China where they have all the rice.
Not in China, but that's a really good guess.
Vietnam?
Not Vietnam. No, it is in Europe.
Oh,
Somewhere
Like
in
Norway?
Germany.
I mean,
France.
Ukraine was a really good guess.
Yes.
Germany's a good guess.
Poland?
South of Germany, north of Italy.
Austria?
Switzer-
No.
No, Austria.
Switzerland.
It is. It's in Switzerland.
Switzerland?
It's in
Oh,
Zurich.
Okay,
So
interesting.
sure.
I'm so bad
It's
in
not
physical
filled with grain,
space.
it's filled with money.
Yeah. See, I thought Norway because they got the seed repositories.
They do.
Exactly.
Well, but Ukraine would have, I mean,
Yeah.
the bread,
a bread
literally the
basket.
bread
Bread basket,
basket of, Europe for many years.
This is I call this a Gen Z trope classic. You've seen it in lots of different ways, and mostly it's TikTokers trying to show you visually how to solve this problem, which I think is kind of fun. It shows that math can be fun. What's the better value? 1 18-inch pizza or 2 12-inch pizzas?
Well, how much?
Two
Well, you could do
12-inch.
area.
If we did it by area,
So pi squared on the 12 would be 36 pi times 2 is 72 pi. And on the
Go,
big
Dan, go.
one, on the 18, it would be 9 squared, 81 pi. Oh, that's close. I would say the two 12s.
no, it actually says the 18-inch pizza is 254 square inches. The
Wait a
two
minute.
12s are only 226
When you
square
say
inches.
18, is that the diameter or is that the perimeter?
Oh, that's a good point.
It's the circumference.
18-inch
It's the
pizza, right?
circumference. Oh, my bad.
Okay, I thought it was the diameter.
I thought it was
too.
diameter.
Okay.
It's not clear.
Wait, well,
Wait, I can't believe I
pi-
thought something correct about math. You guys said it's not. Even if it was applied to
pi
pizzas.
r.
It says 118 or 212s.
So like 2 pi r would be
That's not
18
diameter.
pi.
Oh man, this is rough.
And pi is
That's it, I gotta go
the
by it.
area is pi
Approximately
times the
3.
radius
No,
squared,
I did.
right?
No, when I did the 18 divided by 2.
No,
that's not.
it's 12 divided by 2, isn't it? Wait, am I?
This is all I'm saying.
I'm stepping back.
The geometry proves it in almost every case that buying one larger pizza is always better than multiple small. That's the way
But
it
if
always
you want
is.
different toppings,
no, I did
multiple
the math
small
right.
is the
I
way
get
to
the wrong
go.
answer. Sorry, it was 80.
Half
It was
and half.
81 versus 72.
Oh.
81 is the 9.
Got it.
I was
Okay,
like, I
there we
did
go.
that right. How
There
did
we
I
go.
not get that right?
Yeah, you were close because I
Let's
can
roll back the
multiply
tape.
things by 3.
Edit.
Oh my, do we really want to know the answer?
Oh no.
If you did the dimensional analysis, you can add
Stop.
this to your 1070 next
Please don't.
How many full cow hides would be needed for the leather for one full NFL football season? So
Wait,
not
so-
just one ball,
so is this
but
for-
all the balls.
For like all the teams.
Uh-huh. All the
So,
balls,
like,
all the teams,
How
all
many
the games.
How many balls per game? Like what? Like 3 balls per game?
No.
How many cows
no,
would it take?
because
How
they
many
get kicking
cows
balls, throwing
total
balls,
for one
and-
season?
But they're not like
This is a
throwing the ball. They
wonderful
don't like
piece of
kick it and
trivia.
they're like, oh, I'm going
and
with
it's
it,
a
right?
disturbing answer.
No, but each
20.
team gets hundreds of balls.
Beth
For
has
one game?
staked her claim
Yes.
at 20.
20 cows.
20 cows.
No, I would not.
Oh no, it's got to be a lot more
I
than
gotta
that.
say, like-
Say 500.
I was gonna say like 750 cows.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
500, 750.
Let's go 9.
Yeah, but you're going to get several
But can you
footballs
use
out of one
all
cow.
of that skin for the football? Like, is there a special part of the cow that requires?
Yeah, because you're not going to use like the legs and the head. Well, you could, but
Yeah, but-
it'd be ugly.
I think we might be underestimating
No.
the number of balls.
Oh, well, that
So therefore,
Which-
the number of cows.
Puts us at the correct answer. Unfortunately, we're not giving you this one. But if it was Price is Right, it would be Dave for not going over.
Is it like 5,000 cows?
3,000 cows.
So many cows. How many football
One
games?
season of NFL football.
How many footballs are they using in a game?
I
Quite a
believe
bit.
that. Oh, okay, look. Almost every pitch in Major League Baseball now is only one ball.
That's different.
So that's like hundreds of balls for to play one game.
yeah.
There's 32 games every day times 162. It's just an example. Like, I think there's a lot of balls
Yeah,
being
because
used
I'm
in
also
an NFL
thinking
game.
in football games, there's also the kicking ones, the throwing ones,
Right,
the,
right.
The
the
ones
practice
you
ones.
deflate
The
so
one
you
that,
can
there we
cheat.
go.
Yes,
the ones
yes,
that
exactly, yeah.
Tom Brady cheats with.
This is
Yeah.
Go
fascinating.
Seahawks, go Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. there you
Yes,
go.
we were all rooting for them.
Did you know? I think we all
No.
know that when you're born, you're missing a very important bone that actually grows in over time.
My
Patella.
skull.
The top of your
is-
skull.
Well,
That too.
okay, yes, that, but also
Patella.
you have no kneecaps. What age are you when your kneecaps start to grow?
Isn't it 3?
2 or
It
3.
says 3 years
3?
old.
Yeah.
It actually says.
Thank you,
Yes.
Father Albright. I learned that in his
exactly.
class.
You do not have your kneecaps.
The
Do we
kids
know
learn
why
to-
that is?
I think
can
it's to
crawl.
aid being born.
Flexibility.
Age being born and crawling. They would be very painful for them to crawl if they had kneecaps.
Yes.
Where's Millie when we need her?
I know.
Well,
or
but
other
you
future
know,
babies.
The
born,
notion
you know?
of, childbirth and the size of where the baby
Oh.
has to come out.
Yes,
It's like,
no
whoever
comments.
thought that was a good idea? Like, I mean, so many of our students now, they just completely romanticize pregnancy.
It's true.
And mothering, like, oh, it's this wonderful. I'm like, you guys have any clue how hard this is on your body? You're creating
body is never the same.
another human being
true.
and pushing it out of something the size of a change purse.
Did you have to go change purse? Jeez.
Okay.
Oi.
Crane your heads and help me list the 4 U.S. state names that start with a vowel but end with a different vowel than they start with.
Iowa,
Iowa,
Idaho,
Idaho,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. There's one more.
Oregon.
No, that's an N.
Oh, ends with the vowel. Sorry.
You were very confident, Dan.
Illinois.
Illinois ends with an S.
So not a
Starts with a
vowel.
vowel, ends with a different vowel.
Not
Indiana.
Alaska.
It's
Indiana.
Indiana's the
Yeah.
other.
Oh, okay.
I was singing the alphabet or the,
Pretty
singing
good.
the state song.
Pretty good.
Michigania.
I remember learning that when I was a kid. I still remember.
I still remember that state
Nifty,
song.
Nifty
United States. Yes.
Come on.
Yep. Classic.
In Hawaii, what happens when the Lahaina Noon occurs? What's the Lahaina Noon? I've heard of this
When
before.
Jim Tubbs pulls out the Mai Tais.
100%.
Oh,
He's doing it right now. But
I'm sure he is.
I don't know what it means.
Is that like
anymore
the
since
surf?
city
Like the
was
surf comes
literally
in?
burned down when they had a terrible fire there.
No,
Yeah.
Maui,
And I
that was
vacationed in
pretty bad.
Lahaina, so it was terrible to look at
The
the
Lahaina
pictures
what
there.
again was it, man?
What is a Lahaina Noon?
Has nothing to do with surfing.
Does it
Nothing
have
to
to
do
do
with
with
surfing.
does it have to do with time of day?
It does.
Volcanoes.
It does. It has something to do with time of day, not volcano
I
related.
should know that, but it was a long
Is it
time
noon?
ago.
It is noon.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
tell you, it pretty much gives the whole thing away, that it only happens twice
The
in the
equinox?
calendar year. I don't know whether
Does
it
it
would
align?
be the equinox or the solstice, but the idea is Hawaii is so close to the equator that when you hit noon, there are no shadows of any object
Oh,
for a
that's
few
right.
seconds, which is freaky as hell if you think about it. Like, no shadows?
I lost my shadow.
So it happens twice a year. Would that be I think it's the solstice. Or maybe it's the equinox. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah.
We'll have Jim go.
I hope
do
Lahaina
research.
is getting back to its former
Yes,
glory. It was
absolutely.
just terrible. To
I mean,
see
come
it
on.
so
We're
bad.
sending Jim all over the world. Remember, I had him do the toilet spinning down under. Now we
The
have to have him-
solstice is December, right?
Oh, right.
21st.
Then he missed it.
So that would not be. No, that is the shortest day of the year.
The solstice is where it means the sun stands still, right? So I guess that makes sense at noon? I don't know. Anyway,
Time to
Lahaina
Google.
noon.
We'll have to go
look
find
it up.
out.
Google will know.
We'll put our crack research team.
We should all go to Maui and like experience it
and
personally.
wait for our shadows to disappear.
ATP on the beach.
Well, shortest
There's
day
a
of the year
beach
for
close
us.
to Lahaina called
Right.
Slaughterhouse Beach.
Oh,
Great for body surfing.
wow.
Did not think you were going to go there. Slaughterhouse Beach. Okay.
I know you wouldn't think, right? I mean, I remember at the time thinking, I'm not sure I want to go here, and you had to go down this really steep flight of stairs to get there.
That's
from
where the
road.
slaughter is. Okay.
Exactly. Wow. Exactly. That's a good way to think of it.
True or false? I think we all know this one, but it's still fun. Curious George did not have a tail.
No tail.
True.
That is true because
He did not.
was not a monkey.
Yeah,
he was a chimpanzee. Yes. They call him a monkey multiple times throughout all the stories, but he clearly is a chimp.
And the man with the yellow hat.
Ken Allen was a famous escape artist who resided in San Diego. Beyond his many escapes, what else was obviously notable about Ken Allen?
He was the orangutan.
Yeah, he was an orangutan.
He escaped multiple
That's
times.
such a human
They kept
name.
changing his enclosure, and every time he took his time and figured out security procedures, used tools, and demonstrated both timing and patience.
And the best thing, I remember when I was out there, they actually were selling T-shirts, free Ken Allen. I'm like, what the heck is this about? And I found out that he would actually, escape, leave his enclosure, just walk around the park like a tourist, and he would stop by this one cage, another enclosure with Otis in it. He would throw rocks at this rival orang.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I've never quite understood what's supposed to be so offensive about the notion that we're related to
There's nothing offensive about it.
monkeys.
They're
I'm like,
cool.
They're brilliant. They're really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
They're brilliant.
They could probably pass, Danielle's quiz better than.
They probably could. They could probably do dimensional analysis quite well.
It was noted here in the side stuff that Ken Allen was copied by some of his compatriots who learned to follow what he did and also escape on their own.
So
An
impressive.
instructor.
I like it.
I
I like it.
If only Heather were here, she would have a little bit of fun with who was the last MLB hitter who had a full season 400 plus batting average. 406 in 1941.
Okay, so it's got to be a
Been a
Boston
minute.
player.
Incredible.
That's really high, right?
It is. That's
I mean,
incredible.
What, like Carl Yastrzemski?
No.
41.
If I tell you that his head is frozen somewhere.
Oh,
you're
Ted
telling me.
Williams.
Ted Williams, yes. Because his head is frozen somewhere. By the way, that is a highly controversial season of Major League Baseball. Hitting 406 is essentially doing better than one hit per every 3 at-bats. He lost league MVP that year. Because Joe DiMaggio for the Yanks had a 56-game hitting streak, and that was deemed more important.
Wow.
Joe was a very handsome man.
He was.
So why is Ted Williams' head frozen?
His family decided to freeze him just in case we could bring him back someday.
They believe in cryogenics.
Really, just the head, or
Like
like Disney.
Well, I hope they
Disney.
froze the whole
Walt
body.
Disney.
No,
Or he won't be coming back.
no, you can. There's a different pay scale.
Futurama.
That's true.
There's actually a different pay
Demolition
scale.
Man.
Yeah,
really
Demolition
good
Man.
film.
There you go.
There's a different pay scale, but you could freeze the entire head and entire body. There's different rates.
That's right.
The head is cheaper.
Yes.
Okay.
What country? It is not the United States.
Oh, okay.
Has the most Japanese people of Japanese descent outside of the country of Japan?
Australia.
China.
Neither of those is
South
listed
Korea.
here. With over 2 million Japanese
Canada.
nationals, have not heard it yet.
Mexico.
It's not.
Wait, so is it in the Eastern Hemisphere?
It's the Western Hemisphere.
Oh.
There's
okay.
a doubt.
Okay.
Belize.
Not Belize. No.
But somewhere in South America, we're running out of room. here,
Brazil.
They
right?
are. It's Brazil is what it
Brazil.
says here as the most.
See, I was thinking like
Japanese
Australia,
nationals.
Korea, somewhere nearby. But
Yeah.
no.
That would,
I
yeah.
got you. What Nickelodeon cartoon show was the first to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? I understand that you have to pay for your star.
SpongeBob?
SpongeBob.
It's not SpongeBob. That would make sense. It's pre-SpongeBob.
Pre-SpongeBob.
Like Rugrats?
Rugrats is the one that got
I
its own
love
star.
Rugrats.
You just have to lobby to get a star, which makes it not
I think it's
feel
what, 50 grand or something
as
like
cool. You got to pay somebody.
Scooby Doo should have gotten a star.
I mean,
for, not that he's Nickelodeon, but
You know,
He's pretty amazing.
Besides the bribery, do you have to do anything
No.
also to be?
you have to know somebody. I think is usually the way it works. So it's
It's a
not
petition,
like
isn't it?
you've done like
Sounds
great
like
things
nepotism.
and then you get a star. It's that you know the right people and you pay and then you get a star. So
Like, could I get a star?
Yes.
frankly,
You know the right
see
people.
why
We know
not.
Dave.
Oh, that's not enough. That might get him a hexagon. So,
or you could say that you're some other celebrity.
or in your case, Dan, maybe a pentagram. You know that. I'm okay
my
with
God.
that.
What country was pepperoni invented in?
It's not Italy.
I was
Go
gonna
with
say
the
Italy,
obvious.
no.
Not Italy.
Germany.
No.
Probably here.
It's the United States.
Yeah.
It's a modified salami. Yep.
Really?
Modified
Oh,
salami.
it is a salami. Okay, I guess
It's
so.
a
Yeah, I never thought of it
cured
that way.
meat.
It
Still
is.
good.
It's
Of
amazing.
all the salted cured meats, it tops my list.
Yes.
What do these people have in common? Tina Turner, Sheryl Crow, Gladys Knight, Duran Duran, Nancy Sinatra.
Are they all women?
Big hair.
They didn't all do these boots are made for walking, so
They all actually, at some point in their careers,
What,
had
what
big
else?
hair.
What else did Nancy Sinatra do? Because I mean, the
That
other
is
ones are.
not what it says here.
Did they all
something
win
about their-
something?
They didn't
No.
win something.
No?
They did something. They,
They
all did,
did
something.
something.
Yes.
Okay.
is
They were.
they all covered a particular song.
Oh,
That's
you're getting
immediately
closer.
where I would go.
Not a specific song, but a genre of song that they all kind of did together at different times. Tina Turner, Sheryl Crow, Gladys Knight, Duran Duran, Nancy Sinatra.
Nancy Sinatra. I'm trying.
Duran.
Yeah, Duran Duran. That's the one that sticks out.
Yeah.
No, Nancy Sinatra's. Because
Not
I'm
in a
thinking,
good
because
way.
Duran Duran's got a whole variety of songs. What else has
I don't
Nancy
even know who
Sinatra
Duran
done?
Duran is.
You're not missing anything.
I know.
You do know what they are, but you're not thinking.
They?
of
Oh,
the
that's multiple
songs.
people. Okay.
It's a group. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Country. They all did country music.
I
And stuff.
mean,
not-
you're feeling. You're close. You're so close.
Was it a particular? So it's a
like-
genre.
They
of
did
music?
soul or R&B.
No. It's hard to go any further without basically
Is it-
completely giving it away.
Is it something about dancing?
Like gospel music?
They all wrote and
the
performed
disco?
songs for a very specific series of movies.
Oh, Bond.
James Bond
Oh, that's
themes.
right.
Yes,
That's
right. James Bond
Yeah,
theme
but
songs.
yeah, that's why we didn't get the Shirley Bassey.
And they wrote.
And, yeah.
They wrote.
Nancy
Wrote and
Sinatra
performed
did a Bond
theme
theme?
songs for
what did
multiple
she-
James
that's
Bond
right.
movies.
I don't know. I know Duran Duran did. I know Tina Turner did.
Sheryl Crow did.
Sheryl Crow did.
Gladys Knight and Nancy Sinatra.
I don't know Gladys Knight.
Leaving out the best one.
Of course.
Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna.
No,
Chris
if
Cornell.
it's not Live and Let Die,
Oh, right.
it's
Wings.
The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yes.
Carly Simon.
Carly Simon. Nobody
Fabulous
does it better.
song. Nobody
Sheena
does it better.
Easton.
Yeah, Sheena Easton.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Hers was pretty good.
Yeah.
How many Bond movies are there?
There's a lot.
Quite a
Billion.
few. Yeah.
20-something,
Wow.
30-something.
Yeah.
Alicia
17,
Keys and
20.
Jack White did one that was really
Yeah,
good.
that was really
that
good.
I remember.
Chris Cornell, I love that one, Casino Royale. So
I have a lot to watch for the end of the month.
watch the trailers.
Who was the last U.S. president to have a full beard whilst being president?
Grant.
No, it wasn't Grant. It was after.
Hayes?
Abraham Lincoln?
Nope. Lincoln's a good guess.
Full beard.
But Lincoln's before Grant.
Oh, I don't know the order of my presidents.
Smart aleck
Not
and
a
say
chance.
Barbara Bush, but I don't know.
Garfield?
Nope, not Garfield.
Teddy Roosevelt?
No,
The other
Did you say that
Roosevelt.
already?
They weren't bearded.
did Van
Teddy had
Buren?
like a big old handlebar.
Did Van Buren have one? Or was he just the mutton chops?
The chops. He had chops.
Okay, so he didn't
Well,
have
if
the-
it's not Hayes, that's the
Grant?
like 1880s. That's the late 19th century, right?
Initials BH kind of gives it away.
Benjamin Harrison.
Harrison. Harrison is what it says here.
I was gonna say Benihana. Oh,
Benihana.
We never had to memorize our presidents in
my
order, so I
gosh.
could not tell you what order they come in.
I don't think I ever had to. I just have a sense of who's roughly in what
That's impressive.
part of what century.
Yeah.
yeah.
And trying not to think about the last 10 or so years. What is the state of Washington's
Beth.
biggest export from the United States?
Beth Oljar.
Apples?
It doesn't say apples.
Lumber?
I'd say it's less a
Planes.
crop and more of a commodity.
Oh.
Airplanes?
Computers.
It's transportation
Okay.
equipment. It's
Oh,
airplane
okay.
parts.
Yeah.
Oh wait, isn't John Deere from there too? Or
No,
John
they're
Deere's in
Midwest
Indiana.
Okay.
I think.
I kept on thinking they did tractors too. But okay.
Last one, because I think that's all we have the time for here, professors. Who was the tallest U.S. vice president? I love this little side note. If you can just guess who they were VP to, that's pretty good. They stood 6'4". That's pretty tall.
Biden was pretty tall.
I was gonna say
He
Al
was
Gore.
pretty tall. But this
Biden
is
is
the
tall?
tallest U.S. vice president. Wasn't Joe Biden.
Was it Al Gore?
It was not Al Gore. You're going back a little further.
Agnew? No.
Not Agnew. You're
LBJ.
going back before that. You're going back before LBJ.
Okay.
LBJ was a tall guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just with or without cowboy boots.
I don't know the VPs.
Where's
before
Jim
he
Tubbs? We need
I
him.
could even tell you the answer. It was
Kennedy.
John Nance Garner, but you got to tell me
that's FDR's.
which president. Yeah,
FDR.
that was FDR's vice president.
FDR.
I've never actually heard the name of FDR's vice president. Shows you just how memorable they are when
Well,
they
he
don't
probably
ascend
had
to the
more than
presidency.
one since.
Yes, I think that is also
Yeah.
true.
Well, we know
Yes.
he did because Truman was his vice president when
That's
he
right.
died.
When he passed on. Wow, those were some really great questions,
Those are
Laura.
great questions.
Absolutely awesome. I am never going to forget 3,000 cows.
3,000
For All
cows.
the leather in all the balls of an NFL football season. That one will stick with me
But
for
how
a
many
while.
burgers did we get?
How many?
You know, that's the,
The all
inside
beef hot
outside kind of
dogs
principle.
at the games.
All beef
How many
hot
ribs?
dogs.
You know, how many rib snacks did we get out of that? So.
Oh my gosh. Professors, the time has come for us to say goodbye. Beth.
Meat is murder. Tasty, tasty murder.
Dan.
Okay, see ya.
Dave.
See ya.
And Danielle.
Adios.
And now these words from University of Detroit Mercy.
You can email Ask the Professor at atp@udmercy.edu or visit the Ask the Professor Facebook page.
Ask the Professor is produced and directed by Michael Jason and Brian Masonville, and our executive producer is Professor Jason Roach. Until next week, I'm your host, Matt Mayo.